Hello friends, welcome to the fourth part of Hypnosis Learning Program. In the last part, we understood about myths and facts about hypnosis in detail. If you haven't watched that video yet, then please make sure to watch. In this part, we will see how the mind works because to understand hypnosis, it is very important for us to understand our mind because whenever you learn something new, it is equally important to know how that process works, why it is happens and how it will work. This is a completely a scientific process, so logic can be applied at every point here regarding how it will happen, what will happen and why it will happen. We need to understand its reality that when we hypnotize someone, what happens with the mind, how the mind works and at which level we need to work. Right now we are considering only conscious mind and subconscious mind. If you look at the image, conscious mind is written at the top, subconscious mind is written below, and there is a line in between. Now see, generally people think that our conscious mind work a lot more, but reality is exactly the opposite of this. Conscious mind work only 10%, but 90% of the work is done by subconscious mind. What work does the conscious mind do? The conscious mind mainly does three types of work. First, analysis. It is the biggest job is to analyze. For example, if you are sitting in a room, a person comes from outside, open the door and says to you, give me your mobile phone. Now whatever the information your five senses received, seeing, hearing, feeling, who will analyze it? That analysis will be done by conscious mind. Second, thinking and planning. Whatever the information comes throughout the day, thinking about it, making future plans and doing long-term planning, all this is the work of conscious mind. Third, store and access short-term memory. Temporarily storing short-term memory and accessing it is also work of conscious mind. Meaning the conscious mind majorly three main functions, but still we feel the conscious mind is doing everything. Now, what work does the subconscious mind do? And does 90% of the work and all powerful functions happens through it. It stores long-term memory and access it whenever needed. Like we do not remember every childhood things, but the events which were very emotionally gave a lot of pain or lot of happiness get deeply stored in our subconscious mind. Because of this, many psychological issues also develop. For example, if someone has an accident due to high speed, that event get registered in subconscious. Later, when that person drives again, he will not drive the car at high speed in traffic areas. Second, control emotions and feeling. Do you think that I should laugh now? No. Laughter comes automatically. If you go to someone's death ceremony, do you think that I should feel sad? Seriousness and sadness naturally comes. Why? Because the subconscious mind has trained since childhood about the emotions to feel in which situation. Third, creating habits. Both good and bad habits are made by the subconscious mind. Like someone tried a cigarette with friend, smoked once, then second time, then third time. If repeated for 20 to 25 days, the subconscious mind gets the signal that we need this daily. We call this process of hammering, repeating the same thing again and again, then it becomes a habit. Later there will be no friend, no pressure, still the person will buy the cigarette for himself and smoke. Fourth, skill automation, improve memory and personal development. What happens on the first day of learning driving? You look at clutch, brake, accelerator, gears, steering. You do everything consciously. But after the 20 to 25 days of practice, everything becomes automatic. Feet moves on their own, hands turn the steering, eyes watch the road. This is possible because of the subconscious mind. It enhances your personality and self-development by boosting confidence and memory. Fifth, control internal organs. The subconscious mind regulates functions like heartbeat, blood circulation, eye blinking and many more, releasing and balancing hormones. Do you do that consciously? Absolutely no. Sixth, intuition power. Activating intuition power is also the work of subconscious mind. Like in the tarot reading, astrology, psychic reading and Akashic records, the tools may be different, but their interpretation comes through the intuition, and intuition operates at the subconscious level. Now, one weakness of subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is very powerful, but it does not have capacity for logical thinking. Meaning, whatever you suggest, it will accept. If you say it is night, not day, it will accept that. If you say you are not a boy but a girl, it will accept that too. What is the line between the image? The line in the image between them is called critical mind or logical mind. This exists for our safety and security. When a child crosses the age of 13 to 14 years, then they start becoming strong, because after that child has to go into the society, take decisions and become independent. Now the work of critical mind. Its work is filtration. Like a man comes and says, give me your purse. If there were no critical mind, then the suggestion would directly go into the subconscious mind and you would give the purse without thinking. But the critical mind checks in between. Who is this? Why he is asking? Is it safe or not? Then the conscious mind analyzes and give response accordingly. Now, what is real work of hypnotist? The work of hypnotist is to bypass or relax the critical mind, to reach the subconscious mind, to give suggestions, to do programming, then bring the person back to the normal state. Meaning the core concept of hypnosis, temporarily moving the critical mind aside, accessing the subconscious, and doing positive programming. Finally, conclusion. Now you have understood how much the conscious mind works and how the powerful subconscious mind is. In the coming parts, we will understand what brain waves are and what techniques are used to bypass the critical mind. Thank you for watching this video.